Hello, Dr. Chris Arnold here from Live Well Chiropractic, and I want to talk to you about a subject that we see tons of problems with that is so beat up. The root cause of so many health issues that if you solve it, some transformational things can actually happen with your health. And it really has to do with the digestive system. It's the key to a lot of your body, how it actually absorbs nutrients, how it gets the raw material to actually heal and actually perform all the daily tasks. But again, as I said earlier, I see so many health issues when it comes to digestion. We want to give you some insights into actually how to change and transform your digestive system, which can change and transform just about any aspect of your overall health and well-being. So this is kind of our guide to a happy, healthy tummy. Um, and we want to just remind you that food is medicine. Every time you put something in your mouth, that is either helping your body become healthier or it's actually retracting or taking something away from your health. So that's what we want to kind of utilize is and understand that if your digestive system is working well and you're placing the right food in your mouth, then your body's going to use that as medicine. It's going to be able to heal. It's going to be able to have tons of energy. You're going to be able to sleep better. We've even seen digestive systems help out with hormonal issues. Even thought, moods, attitude all comes from the digestive system, as we'll show you. So all those things can actually be vastly improved when your gut and digestive system and you use food as medicine. So the digestive system is a vast system. It's the largest system in your entire body, filled with multiple different organs. We're going to talk a little bit about some of those individually. Really the whole purpose of a digestive system, I kind of use the analogy of a screen door or a screen in a window. What's the purpose of a screen? Screen is supposed to keep bugs out, things that we don't want in our house, but allow fresh air into the house, allow the good stuff in. So the same thing that your digestive, we call it a selective filter. It selectively keeps the bad stuff out, but it also allows the nutrients that we need to allow to be in. So what is it trying to keep out? Harshly digested food. If food is not fully digested, we want to keep that out. Bacteria, viruses, fungus, parasites, toxins. Those are all the bad things that are out there or in our gut and digestive system that we consume, and your body is trying to keep them out. So that's when we want to kind of make sure we keep that barrier as strong as possible. If that barrier starts to break down, we call it leaky gut. All of a sudden now we catch little holes in our screen, and now bugs can get in, and that causes a lot of breakdown, a lot of irritation to your entire body, and it can be the source of a lot of inflammation. Inflammation is anything that causes swelling, causes irritation to your whole body, and we understand that go back to the largest concentration of immune cells in your body. 80% of your immune system is around your gut. Why? Because it understands that barrier can be detracted or can have issues on a regular basis. So what you're doing is kind of taking that screen. We know that there's things that can cut through that screen. So you're kind of putting an extra defense mechanism. So it'd be like putting, 5 or 6 people at a screen door with a fly swatter. So if something does cut and get through there, your immune system or those fly swatters can get it. So that's why your immune system is so highly regulated around your gut. But when that breaks down, it causes your immune system to upregulate. That's where we see people with food allergies. We see a lot of people with inflammation, colitis. We'll see issues with arthritis can actually be the source of digestive issues. It also causes inflammation in your brain, which causes brain fog, all kinds of other mental disorders when that happens. So that's why your digestive system is so key, but it's so vast and it's so fragile. We want to talk about why the digestive system breaks down. Because the digestive system is under constant insult every single day. Number one is could be from stress. It could be issues from worrying. When you worry and you're stressed, your digestive system kind of does flip-flops. So that could be an issue why you have digestive issues. We also are consuming all the wrong stuff, processed foods that, again, you sit on a shelf that it could last for months or years. That's not real food. We're not feeding our body the right thing, and your digestive system reacts the right way. Chemicals and toxins that our environment also are breaking down, whether it be medication, right, that we're actually ingesting antibiotics, right, just destroys your gut. And we see more and more and more and more antibiotics that people are taking themselves that are in our foods, pesticides that are being sprayed on our vegetables and our fruits. So all those things have a major effect on your gut and causes your gut to break down. But we also have to understand now about solving the issue. Most people don't realize what is the heck is a chiropractor talking about digestive issues, because we see tons of results and improvement with digestive systems, probably our second or third highest reported improvements that we see in our office on a regular basis. One, because most people don't understand there is nerve supply. There's nerves that control your digestive system. Remember, your brain and nervous system control everything your body does. Thought process. Hey, I'm hungry. Your stomach starts to growl. When it growls, you feed food. Stomach knows again how to break down that food and absorb the nutrients out of it. That does not happen independently. It has to be coordinated through your nervous system. So all these organ systems that we'll describe here in a minute are going to actually work on a high level on a functional basis. But if the nervous system is not connected, it's like wiring in your house. If I turn light switch off to the lights in your kitchen, you're not going to be able to cook very well because you can't see what you're doing, right? So same thing, if we're breaking nerve supply to your stomach's not going to work well, and we see lots of digestive issues improve. Stomach acid goes down. We see better transit time. Again, people were pooping better. We see lots with babies. One probably the things that go wrong with babies first is their digestive system, and we see if we get them adjusted, it's almost like clockwork. All of a sudden their bowels move on a regular basis. Parents are so thankful, but it's all just about adjusting it, and all of a sudden the digestive system works really, really well. So don't ever forget that when you're coming to our office, is how important that nervous system is and how important that nerve supply is to have your digestive system work at 100%. So we want to talk about some common issues that happen with the digestive system. One of the first things we see is heartburn. Heartburn is rampant throughout our culture and society. And I'm going to be 100% honest and tell you it has nothing to do with too much acid in your stomach. It does not have to do with too much acid in your stomach. I know that's what the doctors want to preach to you, but that is not the cause. Why they want to preach to you? Because there's a drug that they can give you that actually decreases stomach acid. And again, it's supposed to make people feel better. And it does for short term, but then we also are linked to a lot of health issues because of those drugs. So this is just a quick article that shows taking those antacids actually linked to and proton pump inhibitors, Prilosec, all those things that are prescription form are linked to brain damage, kidney damage, and also heart disease. So those are the three things. It's not if you get them, it's when you're going to get them, because all of these drugs, if you take them, you're taking them for the rest of your life. No people take just a antacid or a stomach acid reducer and they get off of it. No, you're on it for the rest of your life. And we see babies now being given this, which is just horrific. And again, all they need is actually just to rebalance it. And crazy enough to think that there is a purpose of the stomach acid. If you get rid of it, you're going to lead to a lot of health issues. This is why. If you don't have enough stomach acid, you eventually end up being B12 deficient. We see it tons in our office, and doctors are giving you acid reducers. They also need to be giving you supplemental B12, but none of them really do because they don't understand nutrients and vitamins. Also too, you end up with a low iron when you take these, and also your stomach acid stimulates the gallbladder. Most people end up with these medications, ends up with gallbladder problems, and actually have to end up having their gallbladder out because that stomach acid is not stimulating the gallbladder to work. And then also that high level of acidity also protects the rest of the digestive system, meaning is it blocks bacteria from getting into your gut. Remember how we said there's those lower gut in your intestinal tract, your body's trying to keep all that stuff out. One of the first barriers it has is the stomach acid. We know acidity is the biggest thing that it will break down just about anything. It'll kill viruses, it'll kill bacteria, it'll kill any type of parasites that we might be exposed to if that stomach acid is high enough. So that's why it's really, really important to keep that level up where it is, so it can protect the rest of your digestive system. So how do we remedy this? First of all, which is kind of crazy, is if you actually increase acidity in your stomach, you're going to actually get rid of heartburn. Yeah, I know everyone's kind of like, no, that's not true. I can't tell how many hundreds of patients that I've helped out with by actually increasing acidity takes care of heartburn like that. It's actually low acidity that actually is causing your heartburn, not actually too much. So increasing stomach acid by getting rid of infections. It's usually low acidity to begin with, not enough stomach acid has caused some bacteria to get in there. Actually a virus called H. pylori, you probably heard that gets in the lining of their gut and digestive system that causes that irritation. As soon as you get the acidity up, it kills it off, and then your gut can work the way it should be. So some of the things that we have really recommended is one of the best and most natural things is apple cider vinegar. Just taking a shot or two of apple cider vinegar right before you eat clears out a lot of infections, increases stomach acidity, and gets rid of heartburn. I know, try it, and I guarantee it'll actually do well. Just slowly start it, kind of wean your way into it. The other product we have is actually called Gastromed, my favorite product for heartburn. About 80% of a cure rate for it. What it does, it actually again gets rid of and cures the body of the H. pylori. Once that resets and all of a sudden your stomach acid goes back to normal, people then don't need their medications, and they can actually start to return back to normal digestion the way it was designed to be. So that's a really important factor. So just getting back to what it normally should be, right? Should you be taking a heartburn med for the rest of your life? It doesn't fit well with my my philosophy of what really health comes from. So how can we get that? Just restore natural high acidity into your stomach, and it's going to take care of so many issues. Also too is back to the adjustments. I can't tell how many people we've adjusted in their mid part of their back and actually got rid of heartburn. This is T4 to C6. This is this area right between your shoulder blades. Again, it's an area we always, when we're adjusting, always feel some tension, tightness. We always ask, do you have any heartburn indigestion? And the answer most of the time is 90% yes. So once we get that adjusted, the nerves can actually flow from your brain down to those centers of the organs, and actually stomach increases acidity, and actually we see tons of results with just an adjustment to the mid part of the back. So another common digestive issue that we do see, it has a little bit related to just what we talked about, is the food baby, right? How many of you have actually eaten a meal and actually just got to see this baby just expand in your belly, right? It feels like you're about 8 months pregnant of all the bloating, all the heaviness that actually happens after you eat. Part of that is because the digestive system, stomach, is not working the way it should be. Most of these issues can be resolved if you just get increased stomach acid. It takes care of a lot of the bloating, a lot of the heaviness after a meal, because if your food is not being broken down, it just sits in a nice warm environment called your stomach and it's called your intestinal tract, and it's just going to expand, versus if your body's kind of actively breaking it down, you're not going to feel that expansion in there. So common digestive problems, what the majority of the problem has to do is the gallbladder. What is the heck is your gallbladder? Everyone says they have a gallbladder, knows about gallbladder, but most of the time you only know you have a gallbladder if you have problems or if you have to have surgery. And we want to save you from having surgery on that gallbladder. So purpose of the gallbladder is to digest fats and citrus. So it's fats and citrus is what really needs gall to actually help neutralize neutralize the acidity in citrus, and also help to emulsify fats, right? So if you put fats right on water, you know, that's in your intestinal tract, everything kind of coagulates or comes into a clump, because water, oil and water don't mix, right? Fats and water don't mix. So your gall is supposed to be designed to actually break up, emulsify the fats so your body can absorb them, right? So it's like that Dawn liquid detergent or Dawn liquid dish soap ad. Have you ever seen that, where they put the little drop in the water and it dissipates all the fat that's kind of floating on top of the water? That's exactly what your gall does to actually help your body heal and actually absorb the good fats. You need tons of fat in your body to help absorb those. So what is associated with it? If you have gallbladder issues, you're going to have actually more headaches, more right shoulder. Anytime I see chronic mid part of the back, right shoulder, right neck, right head issues, it's almost always a gallbladder issue. You're going to see more indigestion, more bloating. Again, if you eat a really fat, rich meal, you're going to feel really heavy, almost like a rock sitting in your gut. That's just your body trying to process that, again, ball of fat, versus everything kind of being broken up. And also, if you have constipation and or diarrhea, it's also a gallbladder issue, because your gall is what stimulates your bowels to move. The more gall that's in your digestive system and in your intestinal tract, it causes the intestinal tract to push your bowel movements through. So how do you really know if you actually have a gallbladder? One of the tests that I do in my office, I'm going to show you a quick little thing about that, is actually it's called your thumb test. So right here, it's actually the little web of your finger, right between your thumb and your index finger. If you kind of grab that area, not in the little skin flap here, but it's actually more in the meaty part back here. If you kind of grab that and squeeze that on your right hand, not left hand, you're going to find that it's sore. I mean, just put a little bit of pressure in there, moderate pressure, and you're going to feel if it's sore. Now compare it to the left one. The left one is always comparison. You always want to test the right one. If the right one is significantly sore than the left one, you have a gallbladder issue. That's a gallbladder refer point. It's also something I check. So what you can do is take some of the supplements and change your gallbladder, which I'll show you here in just a minute. You can recheck that and you'll see that soreness go away. And that also will show you that most of your digestive issues will also be improved at the same time. So you can also add that little kind of test to see if your gallbladder is actually working well. So how do you change gallbladder? First of all, number one is drink lemon juice in your water. So why lemon juice? Because it creates acidity. Acidity is what stimulates the gallbladder, right? Remember how we said that the extra stomach acid will stimulate gallbladder. You need to get normal digestion in your stomach. Your lemon juice and or apple cider vinegar will do that. Also too is drink water after your meal, not during your meal, because if you drink water during your meal, it dilutes your digestive juices in your stomach, so it actually causes more. So try to limit a little bit of the water that you drink during it. Also too is eat less raw veggies. I know certain people raw is always best, but some people have a hard time breaking down the hard, crunchy stuff of vegetables. So just lightly cook them. Soft leafy vegetables usually aren't a problem, but anything that has a crunch, you might want to cook those. Be careful not to eat too much fiber. I know fiber used to be a big thing. People were saying take all this extra fiber. I don't think you really need a ton of fiber in your diet, and you can actually still be healthy. More foods that are not processed, artificial sweeteners, cut that out. Onions and cabbage also too can cause more bloating. They have a little bit more of a gassy give off, specifically if you have some digestive or some specific bacteria in your gut that actually causes problems. Chewing gum, stress, and also antibiotics are things you also want to eliminate that will also really make a big difference. So how do we remedy these? First of all is improve your digestion with actually some enzymatic support. Enzymes are the things that your liver and your gallbladder and pancreas produce to help break down the food. I kind of say is these are enzymes I always think of as a little Pac-Man, right? They come and they actually chew up the food into smaller bits. So the more little Pac-Man you have circulating in your gut, the healthier you're going to break down things. So there are certain things like this A of beta food, which is really great for your gallbladder. We also have digestive enzymes here. Those are actually ways to replace the things that your body's not producing at a high level, so you can actually take those. We have actually Diaplex. Diaplex is my favorite digestive supplement in the office. Just take 2 of those with every meal. It makes such a huge difference with how your body digests. It actually has things to increase stomach acid. It has things to support your gallbladder. It has things to support your pancreas, your liver, just really helping that whole upper early digestive system work well. But if you also have digestion or gallbladder issues, you again want to shoot more for A of beta food. If you actually have issues with a removed gallbladder, unfortunately you were the person that kind of, again, that the surgeon got to you before we did. You can take things to increase your natural gall, whether it be Colacol or Advanced Tucka. Those are just different products we use in our office. It has a little bit of gall mixed into it, so you can take that, and we've seen dramatic results with that. People, again, having normal bowel movements all of a sudden after taking a little bit extra gall helps really make sure your digestive system is working well. The other thing that also can cause a lot of bloating, we discussed a little bit of it, is yeast overload in the gut. Sometimes taking a product like Zymex or garlic can make a huge difference of actually just killing off the yeast, right? Remember, yeast is made or utilized really for beer and bread, right? Why is it used in those 2 products? It makes the holes in bread and it makes the foam in the beer. So that's what's actually the gas that these yeasts give off. If it's in your gut, it'll make bloatiness and gas in your gut. So you want to get rid of that yeast. And those are 2 products that we use on a regular basis with great success. So the other issue that also comes up with the digestive system is toxicity, right? We live in a very toxic world, and one of the biggest organs that actually absorb toxins is your liver, but it also is a organ that actually controls a lot of your digestion. So the liver actually has over 700 different functions in your body, from hormones, from methylation that's actually caused activation. So when anything like a hormone or peptide or anything in your body is in an inactive form, what your body has to do is has to stick a methyl group onto it. It's kind of a chemical reaction, and it activates it. So it takes something from inactive to activate. That's called methylation. So that actually is necessary for the liver. The liver is the only organ that does that. So it activates everything in your body. It also helps your body regulate cholesterol, filters the blood, as we said, all the toxins, and again, it's that digestive organ. So the liver, 700 different functions. How important is the liver to your gut and digestive system? It's immensely important. So that's why we need to support it. We need to give it lots and lots of love, as I say, to the liver. So how do we help out getting rid of lots of toxins? Because toxins build up in your liver. It'll affect digestion. It'll affect energy level. It'll affect activation of all these different really important chemical reactions that have to go on in your body. So different things we can do to help get rid of toxins and actually help heal and love that liver. Number one is the Live Well Detox program. If you've not done a 10-day detox program, definitely talk to your doctor, talk to someone at the office and staff. They're available all year round, that we can actually give you a detox kit, 10 days, simple, easy peasy. We make it very spoon-fed for you, that you can get you through this 10-day detox program and get you on the other side where you feel so much better because your liver is actually clean again and can do what it normally wants to do. If you just want to do a support with just a single nutrient, milk thistle is the liver herb. It has been renowned for thousands of years to help out with liver issues. So taking milk thistle, I do it almost on a daily basis because I want to give as much love and support to my liver. We also have another product called Livaplex that has a lot of nutrients that feeds and nourishes the liver. And then also your cruciferous vegetables. Your liver loves these because these also help a little bit with the detox process. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, those are all really good liver-loving vegetables that your liver just really does really well on. So eating those at least on a weekly basis would probably be a very good thing to shoot for. So let's talk about the other end now, which is the elimination. Elimination of your food and food material also shows, again, the health of the digestive system. So number one is if you have digestive issues, you're going to say 5 signs to know if your gut is healthy. You're going to have regular bowel movement patterns. What's regular? Regular means at least daily. Should be twice a day that you should actually be having bowel movements. If you're having more than 5 or you're having less than 1 on a daily basis, that's not good. Passing healthy stools, we're going to talk about the consistency of what your bowel movement should look like. Good gut transit time. So when you eat till you eliminate, should be anywhere from about 6 to 10 hours. So you shouldn't go any more than that. Meaning is if you have eaten and it immediately goes through you within a half hour, that's not good. If you eat and again it's a day or two before you get to pass it, that's also not good. So again, remember the purpose of the digestive system is absorb the nutrients, get rid of the bad stuff as quickly as possible. So it takes about a couple hours for that process to absorb and break down, but then your body wants to move and want to get rid of it. No discomfort during your bowel movements, so you shouldn't have to strain, you shouldn't have to force your bowel movements. That shows again something's wrong, and you're not bloated. Bloatingness again should show that again you have a healthy digestive system, as we talked earlier. So let's talk a little bit about poop, right? Again, it shows the healthier digestive system. So really what we want to shoot for is this middle section over in through here. Again, as I kind of say, it should be about the consistency of soft serve ice cream. That's kind of what it should be. So if it's anything more pebbly means, again, more gallbladder issues, more liver issues. If they're more soft, if it's more liquidy, shows more irritation to your colon and to your intestinal tract. So that's like people who have Crohn's. irritable bowel syndrome. Those are all things that's going to cause more liquidy. So the pebbles is your body not being able to break things down. Everything kind of coagulates because that's what your, again, those fats want to do. That's why it's a gallbladder issue. If it's too loose, it's just really your digestive system is so irritated when you're putting food in there. It's just like, I need to get rid of this as quickly as possible. So that's what's actually kind of pushing it out. Now, not all loose bowels are actually bad. If it's like every great once in a while, that's just your body doing a cleanse, probably because you got something in there that shouldn't be in there, a virus or something, and you basically try to eliminate it. I will tell you is one of the best things if you have severe diarrhea that you can utilize is probiotics. By actually taking high levels of probiotics, it can actually start to reduce the amount and frequency of your bowel movements, and also help normalize them very quickly if you have irritation from a virus from something that you ate that you shouldn't have eaten. So those are what we're talking about. But if it's consistent day in and day out, or at least 3 or 4 days a week, you have loose bowels, that's not good. So let's talk about how we make those changes. So we already talked about the probiotics for loose bowels. It's also really good if you have any type of bowel consistency problems that we just discussed on the previous page. Probiotics would be the #1 thing. So taking a good probiotic, we have 2 of them in our office called ProSymbiotic, also Ultrabiotic. We recommend that you rotate between the two, finish one bottle, then take another bottle for best. Again, beta food for your gallbladder if you have more of the pebbly type of bowel movements. Diaplex also helps out, supports your sugar metabolism. If your sugar is out of balance, it will also cause loose bowels. You'll find that out. Eating fermented vegetables, eating healthy fruits and that has a little bit extra fiber in it will also help out. And also too is having your thyroid done. If you have either loose bowels or tight bowels, not regular bowel movements, thyroid would be one area that I would really kind of look for. So that'd be one thing I would kind of try to have done. We've seen that actually thyroid off will actually affect big time. Magnesium, another one I kind of skipped over. If you don't have enough sufficient and good magnesium in your digestive system, that will cause loose bowels or cause tight bowels. But also too, we've seen people take the wrong type of magnesium, like magnesium oxide. If you're taking magnesium oxide, it can lead to loose bowels. That's actually what's in milk and magnesia is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide causes you're actually to eliminate that, and your body not absorbing a ton of magnesium. So 80% of the population needs magnesium, but not in the form of magnesium oxide. All right, so just be careful of that. So just some general digestive support that we kind of want to go over. First of all, probiotics would be the first place I start with any digestive problem. Then kind of start adding in some digestive enzymes like Diaplex and Ligoplex. And then again, just make sure you're getting real food. Make sure you're eating fermented food, real fermented food, not kind of the fake fermented food. Sauerkraut can be one of those things that, again, that is pasteurized after they ferment it. Or they just take cabbage and add a little bit of acid to it and call it sauerkraut. That's not real sauerkraut. Sauerkraut stuff that's been sat and been able to break down for actually weeks at a time. Yogurt, kombucha, kefir are all kind of fermented beverages and also things to eat. Avoid overeating. Don't eat too much at one point in time. Keep mealtime stress-free. Drink a little bit of lemon water when you are not eating. And don't drink while you're eating. And avoid ice in your beverages. Also, too, that we're also used to here in the United States. If you travel outside the United States, you'll find out they don't put ice in water. It's only in the United States that we do. Ice causes your digestive system to slow down. Anytime you put something cold, your body constricts, right? If I was to put an ice cube right up against you right now, you would constrict, right? You would get tight. Same thing happens in that gut. We want to let that open. So don't put ice in your water. It's usually not good to drink ice in any of the water, let alone especially at mealtime. Some advanced digestion. So if you got those things pretty much set, but you want to go to the next level with your digestive system, we always say hormesis is a good place to start. Hormesis is stressing out your body in different ways. So it's kind of eating different foods on a variety basis. So it's not about eating the same thing. So eating a little bit more proteins, eating a little bit less proteins, going, again, vegetarian for actually a couple of days actually really helps out that digestive system to kind of, again, bounce around and being able to digest things. You might also want to do a food sensitivity test where you can actually look and see, again, where your digestive system might actually have a sensitivity to different foods. It might be a common food that you're eating on a regular basis. I just did one for a gentleman and stuff, and found out that he was severely allergic to fish, certain shellfish, but also it was kind of, his was also showing up as corn. And he said, yeah, I eat corn pretty much on a weekly basis. So that was just something that's causing irritation to his gut, and he eliminated it, and he's feeling much, much better. Can't speak enough of bone broth and collagen. Of adding that to your diet makes a huge difference in your digestive system. So that's something that I've incorporated over the last probably year or 2 years, and feel so much better when I've incorporated that. That gives the nourishment, gives back. It's kind of, you ever seen those screens, old time screens, when they had damage, they actually kind of wove in a little extra screen patch. Collagen and bone broth actually do that to your gut and digestive system. It actually helps heal that barrier and stuff. It actually goes a long way to helping your digestive system. Fasting. I'm very big intermittent fasting, where I do not eat breakfast most mornings. So I get up and allow my digestive system to kind of start to wake up first before I eat anything. Usually I don't eat anything till 10, sometimes 12 o'clock. Just that gap in the morning makes a big difference for your digestive system. The next thing to kind of do is, again, this 4-step process to actually improve your gut. If you do have issues, number one is improve your diet, follow meal plans, eliminate toxins, basic digestive aids. We talk about probiotics, enzymes, and Diaplex. Add specific digestive support. Now, those are kind of the general ones, but if you have specific things with your gallbladder, you have specific things with your gut imbalance, if you have a food sensitivity, you need to work with Ashley, our functional nutritionist, who can actually help guide you through that. She has an amazing gut program that takes you through a couple-month process that kind of resets your gut, reboots your gut, does amazing, clears out any bad bacteria that are in there, clears out any parasites, anything else, and just really helps heal the gut. It's phenomenal. We're getting amazing results with that. And then if you've got that all balanced, then you can take it to the next level, which is like fasting, testing, which would be the food sensitivity test, and also detoxing. Can't speak enough of doing detoxing at least yearly, if not twice a year like I do. So how do you take action? Number one, do not forget about your chiropractic adjustments. Remember to make sure the nerve supply to your digestive system will solve lots of health issues. Also, two is pick up some of your favorite digestive supports that I mentioned in our office. We actually have a form in our office that talks a little bit about our digestive support products that we give on a regular basis. You can read those and see which ones that you can pick up and do. Talk to one of your doctors about that. If you're really taking it to the next level and really kind of see your digestive system as being kind of an issue that's holding your health back, and you want to speak to Ashley, our functional nutritionist, definitely do that. She can kind of get you on our gut program and kind of see and do some more testing, whether it be blood testing, whether food sensitivity testing, gut microbiome testing, to really see what's going on, that we can kind of take it to that next level. And if you do talk to Ashley and stuff, she can actually come up with a 14-day meal plan. If you're struggling what to eat, how to eat, that's basically the best plan for you that we can kind of get you set up on. She can kind of get you directed in that way. But again, solving the gut not only makes you feel better, get rid of the bloating, get rid of the transit time, make sure you're also absorbing the nutrients. That's what your body uses. This is the raw material. You're building a new house every single day. Your body's being broken out, needs to be rebuilt, renovated. And if you're kind of using crooked 2x4s, or if you don't even have any nails, how are you going to actually build a house? So that's what we want to do, is make sure you get the nutrients in your body so your body can heal the way it's designed to. So definitely talk to the doctors. That's if you have some issues, you want to go to the advanced level. Can't speak enough about Ashley and her program. You can speak to our wellness center desk, or just call the office and request to have an appointment with Ashley. She does free discovery calls, so you can actually set up a 15-minute visit with her that will be free. She can talk to you a little bit about your health issue to see if she is the right fit for you. So you can do that either virtually over the phone or in person. She will do either or. See if we can actually help you out. So make steps too, and make the priority to really take care of that digestive system, and you will have longevity. It will solve so many health issues long term. All right, take care everyone, and happy healthy tummies to all of you.